Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Chesa the girl, the one and only girl who gives you clarity on everything concerning people living with vision impairment, blind people, and partially sighted persons. Um, and today I'm not so good. I'm not so good. Like someone said something that threw me off. That threw me off, and I want to start this with a story time. But before we get to a story time, I've always people that I've met after I lost my sight, who are people who are living with the disability of being vision impaired, have always told me that a lot of people think that they're capable of doing almost everything. They're incapable. So they can't do anything for themselves. Rather, they have to sit down and let basically everything be done for them. So also that had happened to me one. It happens to me a lot of times, but usually I would make excuses for those people who are doing that, and I wouldn't like tell them that I am capable of doing this, because I'll be like, nah, these people are used to me while I'm still sighted. These people are used to me while I'm still capable. Basically, that was what I used to say. But the thing that was said to me a few days ago threw me off. But let's start with the story time. Story time, story time, story time. So this one time, after like a year, basically like they on the point, a year on the point. I went after I lost my sight, a year straight after I lost my sight. I went to this particular conference, which was like a youth type of conference. When I went there, I was used to going to that conference, and like that was like one of the most powerful conferences I ever went to. And when I got to that conference, everything was going fine. And I remember on like a Saturday, we had to go and get lunch. So when we went to get lunch, I remember this particular lady, when I was on the queue with my younger sister at the time. She came and she's like, nah, don't stand on the queue. And everyone was like, don't stand on the queue. What. And I knew the advantage of not standing on the queue, by the way, that you'll be saved first. Then she was like, nah, come sit down. And then she took my younger sister, and then she basically went there and got the food. Like the plate was so full. It was so full and it was so messy. It was so full and so messy. And she got like everything she thought I would want. Because she didn't ask me what I would want to have at that particular time. She just got everything and she thought I wanted. And she got me pap, and at the time I wanted rice. So it was like a meal that I was like, this one is not the one I wanted. And I remember after that time, one of my friends, when she asked me if I ate, I said yes, and my younger sister explained what happened, and she basically got angry. Like she got so angry, very, very angry, very furious. And then when she was furious, she went and confronted the lady, made sure that the organizers of the conference knew what was happening, and all those things. And me, I was busy laughing. Like, now I'm busy laughing. I'm like, nah, maybe they don't stay. Maybe they don't live with people who are disabled and they think this is the right way of doing things. So she's like, you should tell them the right way. You should tell them the right way of doing things. And I was like, nah, just let it be. Just let it be. Maybe they're not used to seeing me like this. And there I was making excuses. So that's the story, you see. So she thought I'm incapable of choosing the food I want to eat on that particular day. And what did I do? Made excuses. But lately, I was talking to this particular person on TikTok, and the person asked me a question. It's like, how do you talk to people when you know that you are vision impaired? What? Those things are not even related. I'm vision impaired, but I can talk. And that threw me off. So if you were one of the people who thought I'm incapable of doing anything, or if you thought one of a person who's disabled is incapable of doing anything, this is time to stop. It's time to stop, because we are able, we are capable. And you guys have to understand that we know that there are things that we are incapable of doing. For example, for myself, picking up groceries from the shop for myself, I can't do that. Picking up clothes for myself, I can't do that. I basically can't do shopping for myself because I don't know where what is placed, how it's placed, and which exact one do I want at that particular time. So I will need assistant, and I will ask for assistant. So one thing that we as people who are living with disability do is, if we know that I'm incapable of doing this thing, we're gonna ask for help. We personally, I'm not afraid of asking for help. And I know that other people living with disability, when we know that we can't do this thing for ourselves, we ask for help. We do ask for help. And when we know that we are capable of doing the particular thing that we are supposed to do, we're going to do it ourselves without asking for help. So it is very bothering, or it is very, what's the English word that I'm looking for? It is very frustrating. It makes us anxious, and it makes us feel like we are not it feels like you are devaluing us, if that's an English word. Like our self-worth and our self-value goes like down when you do that to us, because we feel like these people feel like we can't do anything, and then what's the reason to live if I can't do anything for myself, which is not right. And I know at times people do that from a place of love, from a place of, we want you to be comfortable, but make sure that your love does not make me feel less of a human than I'm supposed to. Make sure that where you are coming from does not come to me and make me feel like this person think less of me as a person because I'm disabled. It does not matter whether the person is vision impaired or the person is disabled in any kind, way, or form. It does not matter what type of a disability that person has. Just because we have a form of disability does not mean that we are unable to do all things. There are things that we are able to do. And if we are able to do a particular thing, let us do it. It gives us reason and purpose to live. It gives us a will to live for. It gives us something to live for. It gives us something that when it's in the morning, we have to wake up and stand on our feet and say, this is what I'm gonna do. And you have to let us do those things. Whether you are a mother, or you are a sister, or a sibling, an aunt, a family member, a friend, you have to let a person who has a form of disability do the things that they are capable of doing. And when they feel that my capabilities end here, they will ask for help. And when they do ask for help, help them. Don't say I love you. You just have to sit down when now you can't make tea for yourself, you can't cook for yourself, you can't clean for yourself, you can't wash clothes for yourself, you can't do your laundry, you can't do this. That thing makes a person to have nothing to live for. And please, let us have a reason to live for, and don't think that we are incapable just because we have a disability. Having a disability or being disabled in any way, kind of form, does not mean that we are unable to do anything. And that's all from me today. See you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure that the bell rings, that every time I upload, you get a notification. Comment, like, share. See you next time. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.